Today, we are starting a new set of issues which I would call mysteries of consciousness. The mysteries related to consciousness. Things become mysterious when we try to examine consciousness outside body. Okay. As of now, we are doing body and then mind and consciousness. It's all body related. The entire work Damasio did is within the body. Damasio has not said anything about mind outside body or consciousness outside body. Now the question is, does consciousness exist outside? Does mind exist outside? Okay. These are the issues which we are going to explore. Okay. Recently, Telangana Chief Minister KCR had organized one great yajna to bring rains, to end drought. Yajna to bring rains. Of course, this is an age in which public debate is more scientific. Most people said this is superstition. Okay, of course, even I think this is superstition only. And definitely, Chief Minister has better things to do than organize yajnas. Better ways to bring rains. But we are not discussing that. When people say that how will yajna bring rains? Okay. What they mean is that yajna is a prayer. This is mind phenomena. Whereas rains is matter. So if you pray, how will it cause formation of clouds and rain? Unless you believe in God who will listen to you and cause this. Okay. So, it is considered superstitious on the ground that mind cannot influence matter. Remember, the issue is actually not mind influencing matter as such. Mind is influencing matter within the body. What is mind for? Is to influence the body, manage the body. So, the issue is not about mind influencing the matter, but rather mind influencing the matter outside the body. So, can something like a prayer done by mind can influence matter outside the body, particularly a physical phenomena like rains? Okay. Okay. This issue can be extended. There is a proposal to organize global prayers to help quicker healing of COVID patients. So, will prayers help healing of patients? Again, mind influencing matter outside body. Okay. And if mind can influence matter outside body, suppose it is proved, then what are its implications? That is an issue. Okay. If mind is influencing something outside, which means how actually mind be operating outside the body framework? What is the basis by which mind may work outside, if it works? Okay. So, this is about mind and physical matter, but more importantly, this is about mind outside the regular framework of the body. Okay. Now we are going to investigate certain experiments done by Princeton University on mind-matter interaction. We will look into it in a minute. Okay. Experiments are conducted by Princeton Engineering Anomalies Research Lab, PEAR Lab, which is a part of Princeton University, US, in coordination with Institute of Noetic Sciences. This is one, coordination with Institute of Noetic Sciences. All started in 1998 under the leadership of Roger Nelson. So studies have been going on from 1998 under this, but there were studies even before that study mind-matter interaction. So how do they study this? Mind and matter. Okay. Here, for quantitative and careful study, they take something which is as minute as electron flow. That is the point that you should remember. It's an extremely sensitive particles, electron flow. So, can something like an intention affect electron flow? Something like an intention. So, a person will be focused on one thing. Will it affect electron flow? If focusing on A and focusing on B versus these two, can direction of electron be affected? Okay. So, intention or feeling is taken as an aspect of mind, electron as an aspect of matter. These are the experiments done. Okay. Now, I'll come to more specifically how this is measured. This is measured through what is called random number generators, RNGs, random number generators. This is random. Randomly numbers are generated. Numbers here are not 1, 2, 3, 4, not like that. It is, these numbers are linked to electrons. All this is based on one concept in quantum mechanics called quantum tunneling. Under quantum tunneling, it is found that electron can cross a barrier. This is the barrier. Electron can cross a barrier. This is what is found. I am putting it in a very crude way. Okay. Whether it will cross or which electron will cross is a completely random element. Which electron will cross, how many will cross is a random element. That is what randomness here is. How is this random element is converted into a number? It is like this. If more than a particular number of electrons cross the barrier, then the value 1 is given. If those many number of electrons are not crossing the barrier, 0 is given. So, random number generator is nothing but number of electrons crossing the barrier. So, crossed 1, not crossed 0. These many electrons crossed barrier 1, less than that 0. So, it means through electron behavior 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 numbers are generated. More ones is higher number. More zeros, lower number. What is of importance in this is that two things. Number one, the impact is on very delicate phenomena called electron flow. Number two, randomness is linked to electron flow, which means one is measuring extremely subtle effects of mind on matter. It is not like wishing rain and rain coming, not like that. Wishing success and success coming, it is not like that. Maybe there are some such effects, but in the experimental setup, extremely minute aspects. One may ask, so what? This is so minute. And if you can't apply it to bring rains, what is the point? The point is that if you can demonstrate experimentally there is an effect, it shows mind is impacting the matter outside the body, which means our idea of mind being confined to the body is not complete picture. So it is the theoretical implications that are more important rather than how big the effect in itself is. So now if there is no mind impact, this is the randomness. This is the random number. If there is a mind impact towards higher number, deviance. Mind impact towards lower number, deviance. So, mind impact is measured in terms of deviance from the statistical normal. Say this is normal. So this is the experimental setup. So mind impact measured on RNGs. Okay. So what did they find? They found very clear evidence that if a person intends in a particular way, then electron is going this side or coming this side, 1 or 0, like this. Very clear evidence. It means intention can affect electron. How about group, where you can create mind coherence? Then same thing, more impact. Mind coherence is important. That is, all the people should have same feeling, intention. This is how coherence is generated. The importance of coherence is that if one person is wanting something and another person wants something else, then they will be destroyed. So coherence creates some kind of a resonance which impacts electrons. They observed group meditation. Keep oranges, they are affected. So they take an RNG. In the beginning they used to take sometimes they take RNG to the group activity and then they measure. RNGs are affected. So in a lab, they have seen the impact of intention, and outside the lab, when group activities are going on, RNG is affected. And now, under what is, all this is going on under what is called Global Consciousness Project. Under Global Consciousness Project, there are around 70 RNGs world over. World over, 70 RNGs at different places are kept. And what they are studying is that if there is a global event, how are RNGs affected? It is found when there is a major global event like 9/11, huge deviance, maximum that is seen so far from 1998 happened after 9/11. For 3 days after 9/11, huge deviance. Why? All the people were feeling the same. Event. People want to know how this COVID is affecting RNG. But the problem with COVID is that COVID is not an event. It came as an event, but it is a long drawn out process. Global Consciousness Project is geared towards studying impact of an event, not really change in the fear level of the world or comfort level of the world. It is not like that. It is impact, 9/11, terrorist attacks, meditations, leader's death, election of a president, earthquake. Okay, so 9/11 has impacted RNGs in Europe, in US, in Africa. Okay, some local events will affect local RNGs. So this is how it is. Okay. Anyway, I'll just give you one intriguing thing about 9/11. 9/11 happened and RNGs were affected for around 3 days. But intriguing thing is that deviance was found even 4 hours before the event. This is shocking. As if the future is affecting the present. Very strange. But we'll look into that later. So, this is what it is. So recently in India, people took a break and maintained silence, and after that they clapped. Indians who are associated with the Global Consciousness Project wanted to know whether there is an impact. Roger said yes, there is some small impact. So this very clearly establishes, and with a chance factor of 1 out of 100 billions, that is, it is likely to be pure chance only in 1 out of 100 billion chances, which means the probability that this is only a chance, okay, is very low. It means the mind is impacting the matter outside part. It's a very, very clear evidence. Decades of data over hundreds of events done by scientists. Okay. So, it is the empirical thing that's clear, but what may be the theory that can explain this and what are its implications is a different question. We'll look into it. See, if the mind is impacting electrons here, how could this be possible? Remember, it is not that a person is seeing. No. A person is not seeing the electrons. Person is only meditating and electrons being affected. Which means something of the mind affecting electrons here. So, how can this be explained? Which means probably mind is like a field like this. What is a field? Take for example magnet, north-south. You will see around a magnet there is a field, and if you place iron particles, they will be aligned in a particular way, which means magnet is not confined to this bar. There is a field around it. Okay. So, because it is a field, then iron pieces in the field are being affected. Gravity also is a field. So, mind also could be a field, which means it is not confined to the brain. It is not confined to the brain. So, electron in this field is being affected. If this is a magnetic force, maybe you can call this mind force, M force. I am just using one word. Okay, so mind may be creating a field around the body or the brain or the neural structure, and electrons in that area are being affected. Because what is very clear is that mind is not confined to the body. So that's one. Next, so field around is one idea. But if you take field around a body, it means body is the center and a field is created, or brain as the center and field is created. That is one notion. But extending this, suppose brain does create a field. Suppose field exists even after the brain is dead, which means in the case of magnet, when the magnet is absent, the field is no more. But probably in the case of brain generates the field and it is extended to the space, and maybe it survives even after the brain is dead, which means even after the body is gone. That is to say, if that proposal is true, then part of mind survives death. That is the implication. If we know that mind can exist even outside brain and independent of brain, though brain may have produced it, part of mind may survive death. This is the second implication. And third, we know mind is nothing but charged info. Here I am using Damasio's theory. What is mind? It is simply plus minus memory, as Damasio found. And when there is plus minus memory, that plus minus is the basis of consciousness, which is meanness. I am making clear distinction between mind outside body, mind based on body, mind without body, and also distinction between mind and consciousness. It means if we come to the third possibility, it comes out to be like this. A body may generate mind and consciousness. This is the first step. Okay? But body gone and mind and consciousness remains. Not everything of the mind, but part of it. Not as conscious as we are now, but some kind. Which means mind as memories and consciousness as meanness. Which means bodiless kind of informational state is possible. These are all possibilities, because once it is very clear that the mind is not confined to body, many possibilities exist. And if this is true, the next consequence can be there is a woman with a womb, pregnant, and this mind plus consciousness can enter the womb, which will be called rebirth. All these are possibilities. If mind can exist not only outside body, but also independent of the body, and mind also, if it also has consciousness, which is possible, because consciousness is nothing but all plus minus added. And then, if under certain circumstances it enters the womb, then child with previous memories will be born. So, many mysterious things are there out. You can't ask what does science say, because science hasn't said anything on this. You can't say science opposes this, because science hasn't said anything. Science hasn't said anything that is worth important on consciousness. This is about consciousness. Okay, so we will go by empirical evidence and possible theoretical perspectives. What is the empirical evidence and what might be the theory? Theories can be different. Theories are speculations. Okay, so we will work out. In the next talk, I will cover the issue of rebirth. Thank you.